It's that time of year again. It is the China New Year mass migration. And this year I'm starting it from Phuket. And we are just about to get on to the plane and we will end up in my wife's hometown. The mass migration is called Jinshanwei, which I'm sure I'm saying completely incorrectly. Anyway, join me on my travels as we go to hometown. The 5-hour flight from Phuket to Shanghai. Thank you. And here we are back home, a bit colder. Shanghai has two airports, Hongqiao and Pudong, and we've come into Pudong. It's a lot further out from the city centre, about, actually I don't know, something like what, 45 kilometres over to the east. And it's a pretty big place and not very busy right now. Part of the reason it's not so busy at this time when everybody's travelling to their hometowns is that the vast majority of those journeys are done by high-speed rail because of the extensive and capable high-speed rail network that they have here. Couple of points of advice if you haven't come here before. Foreigners fingerprint collection area. You only have to do that the first time, only once. So I don't have to do that, but if you're coming here for the first time, you do. Something else different is that you had to actually manually write out an entrance card, but now you can do it digitally by scanning that code. There is the fingerprint collection area. So you can see foreigners, nationals, but I can go this way because this has been done before. I'll stop videoing whilst going through passport control. And this is us coming out of the security and baggage claim. You have to kind of go down, go left and then back round that way. If you're being picked up, somebody will be here. If you're going to the maglev, it's off in that direction. And the taxi stand is over this way as well. So yeah, arrivals is over there, and then the maglev and metro line 2 are that way, and taxis are down there. I'll do a more in-depth video about the airport facilities and stuff, you know, some other point in the future. There's 3 main paths. We're on the middle one that link Terminal 2 to Terminal 1 up ahead, and the maglev and metro line 2 are in the middle between the 2 main terminals. We have e-hail, so we're picking up a Didi, so we're going this way to the car park. Okay, so we're at B2 for the e-hailing cars, or Didi. Now, Didi pickup can be a bit confusing because you've got like area 1, 2, 3, etc. So you really need to figure out with your driver which area they are in if you're going to use Didi the first time. And finally, it appears that we've got our car just here. And we are away, and we're in a famous Chinese EV. Here we are going over the river. That's us finished on getting from Thailand to Shanghai with the plane and the Didi. I'm obviously a bit tired. It's the next day of the migration back to my wife's hometown. I know I was a little bit slow on the camera last night. I guess I was just tired, you know, after the long flight and that taxi ride. We are not currently on a train, but I wanted to show you some of the streets of Shanghai at the moment because it is particularly quiet. Obviously, this isn't Thailand, it's not nice and sunny, it's pretty cold and it's wet, it's around about 5 degrees. I'm just going to ride around and show you the streets and how quiet they are on this, which would normally be a really bustling Monday work day. this road has recently been significantly widened. It's a bit of a shame really, because it makes it feel much more like a kind of motorway rather than a local narrower street. Monday morning, and would usually be very full. Not just cars but bikes as well. Usually these bike lanes would be super busy, and mainly with delivery drivers. Oh, I've got some rain on the screen. Delivery drivers, LMA, etc. would be zipping around, and that really indicates that there's very few people left in the city, because when it's raining especially, they love to have their food and whatnot delivered to them, so they don't have to brave the weather, which I'm kind of wishing I hadn't come out with now. My hand is freezing. Right, I've put a glove on now and I've tried to clean some of the water off the camera. Here's some more streets. What we've got on the left just here is Jiao Tong University, so they'll be out of term time for sure. But again, another busy junction usually. Maybe some tourists visiting. There might actually be some people coming into Shanghai as well, of course, because this might be the hometown for people that live out in, I don't know, Hangzhou, Suzhou, or the surrounding areas. It's actually so cold. I think it might be trying to snow, as we always say. It's a weird phrase for you. It's trying to snow. This is Huashanlu going towards the centre of Xuhui. And again, oh, here's a car. There you go. Nice. And again, this is a very busy junction usually. And whilst we're just doing a very short tour, a little bit of a history lesson. So there's the St. Ignatius Church that's appeared in some of my videos. And there's the Xu Guangxi statue. And it's his name that gives Xuhui its name. Basically the area of the Shu people. There you go. It's not exactly part of the migration, but this year particularly, and I'll have to look into the dates on the calendar as to why, but I think we've got a particularly long Chinese New Year break, and it's kind of everybody's getting a whole week. So this is Monday, but of course you've got the weekend, last weekend, the last 2 days, where people mostly travelled, and then all the way through to next weekend. So I think it's a full week for everybody, but that's part of the reason why it's so quiet here now, is that people have already travelled, which is what I will now do. We're going to get on the Jinshan Railway Line and take you down to Jinshan for Chinese New Year proper. Okay. Now we take another Didi Dache, the electronic taxi or private car hiring service. So we'll take that to Shanghai South Railway Station, or Shanghai Nan, and there we will pick up the Jinshan Railway Line. Too cold, my mouth not working properly. We'll pick up the Jinshan Railway Line and go to Jinshan, obviously. This is the car that we're going to take. It's only a short journey for us. It's only about 3 or 4 kilometers, but there we have the Shanghai South Railway Station. The DD driver was just complaining about why are there so many people still waiting to go home. They've changed this railway station a bit recently, so it's not quite so easy to find the Jinshan Railway Line. I think we've probably come to the wrong entrance. Yeah, we have this kind of different Jinshan Railway entrance now. So it's not a metro and it's not a high speed, but it's kind of like a bit of an suburban railway. Okay. The convenient thing is you can use your normal metro card and it just costs 10 RMB. As I was saying outside, this is part of the kind of remodelling they've done here. So you've got the entrance, x-rays, info desk, and then that's the entrance straight onto the platform through there. And there's the doors open. Now we are pretty sure, oh look, there's people coming off the train as well. The train is going this way. So there's a high-speed train. I take the high-speed train from here to Ningbo nowadays. This obviously isn't a high-speed. That's the doors closing over there. Right, I better 12:25 train. There you go, absolutely bang on time. Good. We have a high-speed train just getting away from us as well. So we're currently overtaking this high-speed train. I'm sure it'll get up to speed eventually. And here comes the high-speed train and another one. Wow, loads of trains at the moment. Oh, the race is on. But this has a top speed of 350 kilometers an hour, and we're going to probably top out at about 120. There's the other mainly high-speed lines getting away from us as we go on our dedicated line off to Jinshan.
Any idea for lunch, boys?
Here's one of the stations. This is Tingling. Here we have Jinshan or Jinshan Fire Car Station. Here we go. And we simply step out. He says. It worked the second time. And there's the rather elaborate facade of the station. Now we take yet another Didi rental car. There you'll see many other people doing exactly the same thing. And we are here finally. So this is home here in Jinshan. I'm just getting the bags out. Let's see if I get this right. So from Thailand, that was a taxi, then plane, then taxi last night home, then a little bit of biking around the empty roads, taxi train to Jinshan, and finally taxi to this environment here. I'll show you some scenes of this evening's meal. It's the 16th, it's really the eve of the actual Chinese New Year day, but this evening's meal is kind of the most important part of the overall event. It's showing that you've actually got back home, I guess, before the actual day. Anyway, see you this evening. And here we are at the Chinese New Year's Eve meal. And here's some of the food that will be eaten. Obviously a lot of seafood and a big crab in the middle there, and some salmon, which is slightly uncommon, but they like to put it on for me, and some lamb here. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, very good. And here's a typical ni hao, 新年快乐, 新年快乐. And here's a typical Chinese kitchen. You can see obviously the wok, but we're doing a lot of steaming here. So we've got the vegetables coming out of the steamer there that are going off to that table. And look, we've got some dumplings as well. Great. Okay, thank you very much. 谢谢你. Okay. So this is the larger family that I'm a part of, and this is one of the more traditional houses that they have, and a lot of people end up moving to more modern apartments but keep these more traditional and older houses, either for playing mahjong or having parties like this, because there's usually a little bit more space. One other thing that's quite traditional in these larger country houses is some self-farming. I haven't shown these houses before, but okay doing it now, because they're actually all going to be knocked down probably within a year or two, as there will be a high-speed railway line, ironically, going around about 50 meters behind these houses. Here we go. Chinese. We're out getting lunch and this restaurant has got a device with a camera that recognises all of your food. I hope you enjoyed that, seeing me travelling from Thailand to China for the Year of the Horse, the Chinese New Year festivities. Please like and subscribe and join me on the next one.